I am Kristen Bomas, and welcome to Struck by Enlightenment, where we are on a conscious journey to life mastery. Today we're going to talk about the law of attraction, resolutions, and expectations that get in the way. So New Year's Eve is laden with expectations by society and family and cultures, all about setting resolutions on New Year's Eve. So why are expectations something that need to be addressed? And how does that interfere with the law of attraction? And how are resolutions and law of attraction operating as the same at this time of year? So New Year's Eve is traditionally a night where everybody shares resolutions for the year, the new beginning, and they think that they want to make their dreams come true in this new year. So they set resolutions. It starts with the expectation of setting the resolution. That alone gets people kind of antsy about coming up with exactly what their resolutions have to be, need to be, should be, because they need to have resolutions ready because somebody's going to ask them what the resolutions are. And that is all expectation, right? None of that is about the individual, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But then it comes time to write those resolutions and to really think about it. And how many times are your resolutions anchored in expectations of society or others? Too often people have, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to eat better. Those are kind of the key things that pretty much go across the board. And all of that is because our society pounds it into us that we should be going to the gym, we should be eating healthy, and we should be a particular weight. And this country likes you to be a much lower weight than some other countries. So it's a real rat's race for some people. But those are just examples. It could be that I'm going to get a new job, or I'm going to do something different with my career because, everybody thinks that I could be better at this than that. And it's like all kinds of stuff takes place there, right? And you've heard it all. When you think back on past resolutions, ask yourself how many of them were anchored in expectations. And I'll bet you, if you can really start to discern what you did because you thought you should, you'll see those are the resolutions you did that didn't pan out. When those resolutions are set because it's your wish and it's what you want, regardless of everybody else, then it works. So let's go back to going to the gym. Oftentimes people say, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week at the beginning of the year. And so they kick in and they go to the gym 3 times a week. Well, they haven't been going to a gym 3 times a week in, 3-4 years. And all of a sudden they're going to a gym 3 times a week. And that falls off the radar screen very quickly because they're exhausted. There's a lot of physical discomfort because you're starting to build muscle that you didn't know you had. And so slowly but surely that falls off the radar screen. And now they get disappointed in themselves because they're not doing what they thought they should be doing, and it's not enough based upon the standard, and then they give it up. Now, that's just an example. And it's not going to be exactly like that for everybody, but that's the form that expectations take, and that's why it's a culprit to creating everything you wish to create. Inside yourself, you want to hear when you do a resolution and you say, gosh, I really should do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I need to go to the gym. So I'm going to do it 3 times a week. Or you hear the need to, have to, should, supposed to. I want you to listen for those words and don't change them. I want you to listen to those words this New Year's Eve and listen for where the expectations are. And here's why. In mastery, we're looking to move towards freedom, right? We want freedom in this life. And if we want freedom in this life, then we cannot be bound by expectations. So in life, in its essence, there is no such thing as an expectation. So when we start to hear those words, we know there's an incongruence. We know that what we wish for on the inside, or what's comfortable for us on the inside, is not a match to what we're putting upon ourselves because we think we should. So you want to listen to those words, should, supposed to, have to, need to, because then you can ask yourself, if you wish, what's the incongruence? What is it inside me that doesn't want to do this or isn't doing this? And what is it that I really need to look at? If there is a part of me that wants to do whatever resolution is being set, but I find I'm not doing it in my life as it is, what's stopping me? If it's expectation, look inside. Ask yourself what's different on the inside than on the outside. And that's where you start. Now you have a new resolution. And that resolution is to heal whatever it is that blocks you from doing what you wish to do. Now your resolutions can help you make movement towards the next resolution, which might be whatever you thought your first resolution was. I don't want to get too specific with the examples because I want everybody to let their mind wander with what resolutions you are going to be looking at this year, if any. So resolutions open up a new year to set a new beginning for something new in your life that you're wishing for. So when we do a resolution, we are also working the law of attraction. And the law of attraction says if we see it, say it, feel it, know it, it is. Okay? So if in fact you have your resolutions, but they are anchored in expectations, then we doubt. We don't know it. We don't feel it. We think we should, but it's not there yet. So now we go back to understanding why. But in the law of attraction, if we can understand that expectation is a hiccup in the flow of intention, then we can better heal what's inside, what's getting in the way of manifesting our dreams. And your resolutions are always going to be a part of your dreams in some way. But how are they a part of your dreams? So I'm going to use kind of a very typical example. I was trying to stay away from it, but it's just too easy, and I'm going to use it. A woman decides she wants to lose weight because she shouldn't be the size she is. And so she puts it out there, and law of attraction says if she can see it and feel it, she can do it. And she doesn't understand why she sets this goal in motion and it doesn't work. But what she doesn't realize is she's doing it because she thinks she should be smaller than she is. She should not eat the way she does. She should go to the gym a little bit more. She should be more active. But all of it is going to come back to she's not meeting the external factor. Now, in that example, if you keep whittling it down, you might see that that woman is still anchored in the belief that a beautiful woman is a small woman. And that's not true. But if that belief is still inside you, then that's what you want to uncover so that you can remove that old belief that thwarts your comfort with yourself. Because once you're comfortable with yourself and you make a decision to change, now you're truly making your dream come true. Not because you should, but because you wish to. And so now we see the law of attraction start to come into play. But if it's got a hidden old belief, the law of attraction can't work because you're not believing it. And that's where everybody gets kind of thrown a curveball with the law of attraction. So with resolutions, this becomes really important because of the expectations and the old beliefs that are inherent in a lot of the resolutions that are set by people out there. So the law of attraction will work. It always does. It'll manifest your dreams, but it'll also manifest your fears and nightmares if that's what you're putting fuel into. So ask yourself where your resolutions are and what you're looking for. As we set those resolutions, I want you to really, at this point, open yourself to what we're talking about in terms of the expectations, how they influence the resolutions, how they influence the law of attraction. Because in the month of January, we are going to really step into the law of attraction and help you take the resolutions, what you put out at the winter solstice, and really start to tie this all in together with manifesting your dreams. So for right now, everybody, look at those possible old beliefs. Look at the expectations that are flowing through resolutions. Look at why you're setting the resolutions you're setting, and make sure you're clear all the way to the core of your being that you're setting a resolution that is in alignment with your dream and not the dream you think you should have at this time in your life. So that being said, again, we're looking at the resolutions. Layers of expectations go into that. In those expectations, we take you away from self. We look at the external input. That means there's an incongruence between self and what you think you should do. You want to get back to self. What's going on inside self that feels out of balance with what you should be doing. Once you figure that out, now you're in alignment with the law of attraction so that your resolution can be another step in attracting that which you wish to experience. So I hope all of you walk away with one more lesson or tidbit of information to make your dreams come true with greater vibrancy and clarity, being the dreams that you wish for. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, be aware of expectations so that you can get to know yourself that much better. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me, and please visit KristenBomas.com where you can easily access all of my social circles.